January 2nd, amazing day. So starting the year off, today's patient, April, amazing lady. So really psyched about today's case. She is healthy, she is very energetic, she is, overall body anatomy is perfect. So really excited about what we're gonna achieve for her. Overall, as I look at this from the surgical standpoint of things, she has the perfect anatomy. She's got this nice sharp chin. She's got great bony anatomy. Most of her issue is with soft tissue laxity. That's the 90% on her. And what I mean by that is this has started to come down and she's got a lot of laxity here. So from my perspective, I am just super psyched about cleaning that up, and I think it's gonna be a grand slam home run on her. What I'm most excited about, which is kind of the delayed gratification, part one is going to be what she looks like at the end of the case. That's number one. And then number two is when she gets to see herself tomorrow morning for the first time. I think that is, for me, the greatest. That's what I look forward to. So really excited about that. So far, things have been going very well. We've given her sedation medications. She's currently undergoing her first Elixir detox therapy that's undergoing right now. So next up, we'll go ahead and get her into the OR, prep her, and get started with the case. The plan of action for the day, what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna do a little bit of lipo first, start off so we can get our fat material. Initially, I was a little concerned about how much fat I'd be able to get. After examining her, I think that we're gonna be just fine. Then we'll do the fat transfer portion of the case first. I find that that's the easiest thing to do to preserve all the anatomy. And then we'll go ahead and do her face and neck lift. Finally, we're gonna do a lip lift on her because she has almost no upper lip. So we're gonna give her just a little bit of balance to the bottom lip, and then do a little bit of laser to kind of really rejuvenate her area around her eyes. Finishing up with a little bit of stem cells on her, which I'm super psyched about. So that's kind of the day in a nutshell, and can't wait to get going. So a couple things I want to kind of recap as we're trying to capture all of this information. Okay, we've talked about this probably, 10,000 times. So what made you decide to go ahead and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna go get a facial rejuvenation or something?
Oh, well, I started thinking about it 8 years ago.
You told me.
Yeah, I had an upper blast and a fat transfer, and then, of course, I got this part looking nice and started noticing this. And, I don't know if it had anything to do with my mother died that year. And I don't know, I hadn't even been looking at myself, and then I started thinking, wow, you're getting older. And so I started, just looking into it, and then I started really taking care of my skin. I had not been taking care of my skin at all. So I had a lot of sun damage, and, I started focusing on that, just things I could do. But then I did an oil therapy, it did nothing. I did a radio frequency treatment, microneedling, and it really did nothing. And then I just decided, okay, you need to stop throwing money away and save for what will work, because you went in with the bluff, you had plastic surgery, you came out and it looked good. There was no, it might work. And so that's kind of what I set my sights on. And then I turned 58 this year, and I just decided, why not do it now instead of waiting until it would be a drastic change, or you won't enjoy it as much. You're still working, you're still out in the workforce, just do it now. And so that's kind of, I started really making serious appointments. So I saw a few surgeons, and I saw you, and then I talked to somebody that I know that you did surgery on, and she talked about how good her experience was, and you did her daughter also, and some of her friends, and it was all good. It just seemed like it was meant to be.
Well, thank you. You're humping me up.
Yeah.
What exactly? I know what I'm doing today. Okay. What are we going to do today?
Today we're doing under eye laser.
Correct.
We're doing a lip lift and a deep plane face and neck lift.
And some fat transfer.
Yes, fat transfer. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping, or what is your dream and aspiration out of this? I know what I'm going to achieve. What is your dream and aspiration?
I think it's just to be the best version of me that I can be.
Okay.
I don't want to look like somebody else.
So that, you know, that's exactly what, this is why people come to me, right? Because I like you looking like you. Can I tell you what I'm aiming for? 20 years off.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
That would be amazing.
This is what we're going for.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I saw you, okay, first time, this is no holds barred. Okay? Saw you first time, kind of listened to you. And, you know, what you told me is something super common. This is really what patients come to me and they say, hey, listen, I still work. I do this, I do that, you know, and I just want what's out here to kind of feel like what I'm doing on the inside, you know. And I know about you, you're a huge worker out, or you're doing, you know, all these various things. So I want to make those two boxes fit. 1, 2, you came to me and you had very finite goals, actually. And I looked at you and I said, hey, listen, I'm going to look at this box, right? Okay, this is how I do it.
Right.
And because I think that, you know, a lot of patients say, oh, I need a neck lift. Yeah, probably do. Okay, but if I just do this and walk away, you're not going to get the result. It's like baking a cake, okay? You do this beautiful cake, you put no icing on it,
Right.
okay? It just doesn't work. You got to put, the whole thing's got to fit. So this is why I want to do the the face and neck on you. Your eyes actually look pretty damn good. You know, I just said, I don't want to touch your brows. Don't want to touch your upper lids. I do want to just laser this because you don't actually have a lot of fat pushing out or anything like that. And I want to give you back a little bit of volume that makes you look youthful. One of the things we're going to do today, if I get enough fat on you, okay, which every woman go, oh, you'll find plenty, but and there's a specific kind that I need, okay. At the very end, I'm actually going to put some stem cells into your face as well, just to kind of give you that oomph, that really the final just bow wrap. So this is my game plan for today. And you ready to get going?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's tell you how we're going to do this. First off, I've already looked at your consent forms. Okay, so we've already now confirmed all the procedures we're doing. Okay, so that's box check off the list. Do you have any additional questions?
I don't think so.
Good, excellent. We give you a lot of information. 3, I have your medicines already laid out. So we're going to be doing the local anesthesia with oral sedation. I have your medicines already laid out. I'm going to go ahead and give you your medications, and then I'm going to start doing my Andy Warhol drawing on your face. Okay. So the medicines start taking effect as I'm doing my drawing, okay? And then what we'll do is we're going to put you under the light. One of the cool things that we're going to do with you is doing the Elixir MD, right? Yeah, and that's going to just zen you out. It kind of feels almost like I know I'm not supposed to say this, but like a suntan boot type of thing. You're not supposed to suntan, don't do it.
No.
But it gives you kind of that warm feeling, and it really does help. So that'll totally zen you out, and then we'll get going. In order, this is kind of our plan for the day. Number 1, I'm going to numb up the area where I'm going to get the fat. We're going to do some liposuction. Further mark out the face on what I need. Once I get the fat in process, we'll start with fat transfer first, okay? What the fat transfer is going to feel like, it kind of feels like doing fillers, okay? Once I'm done with that, I'm going to numb your whole face and neck up, okay? Face and neck lift. Okay, then I'm going to numb up lower lids and lips, okay? Then we'll do our laser lip lift, okay? And then creme de la creme at the end, step 6.
Okay.
Ready for it?
I'm ready.
Party on, Wayne. Let's go. All right, it's a little after 5:30 here, and we just finished our full facial rejuvenation. We started this morning, and it was an amazing case. I'd like to take all the credit, but of course it's not me. The patient was amazing. She had prepared well for surgery. She was mentally, physically, the whole 9 yards, had done everything appropriately, and she just cruised through the whole process. So we had a great day. She got a phenomenal result. So I loved the end of surgery, how it looked like on the table. And now we get to kind of see the metamorphosis over time. I'll see her tomorrow morning. We finished up today with an Elixir MD cellular repair session. We will do one more of those tomorrow morning. So I can't wait to see her. I'm going to see her at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I can't wait to see her and see how she looks. So we've seen you a couple of times. You're becoming a frequent flyer on the show. All right, we should have a show. No. April, post-op day 8. How's it been?
It's been great. It's been emotional. I mean, to be honest, I knew that I would be on a roller coaster, but I don't really think that you can prepare for that, you know?
It's in the book, right?
Yesterday, yes, it's in the book. Yep.
And it's real.
It's real.
It is real.
I had kind of hit the wall yesterday. It was my first day back working remotely, and it probably would have been better if I'd have taken this another couple days. Just because, you know, I didn't have the patience level, you know, that I normally do. So, because, you know, I'm not...
We're not used to being patients.
Yeah.
We're not used to seeing our transitions and transformations.
Yeah.
So she highlights a very important point. So one of the things that I put in my post-op book, and she can correct me at any point, is this healing process is definitely a roller coaster, okay? So when you come in and you say, hey, listen, I'm going to book surgery, there's this like crazy excitement. And then as you get closer to surgery, there's this kind of almost anxiety. Then you get through surgery and you are on a freaking high, right? I mean, it is like you're higher than a kite. And the moment you get to see your neck and jawline, it is like bow, chick, bow, wow, okay? There's no high like it. And then about 3-4 days later, you're not in pain, but you're seeing your face kind of really, you know, swell and all these things. And then you start going down this roller coaster ride. I mean, it's like you're going down, and there's almost a certain level of depression. And here is the schizophrenia, okay? As a surgeon, okay, like if I don't talk to you guys and I look at you, you're like, damn, you look amazing, okay? But to the patient, they're not seeing that. Their anticipation is they're already healed, they should be healed. And so there's all these emotions that are going on. And then probably about day 9, 10, they kind of get to the bottom and they start coming back up again. So you're right in that zone where you're kind of...
Yesterday I cried a couple times, but I knew that I'm like, this is your brain doing what it does. You've been through, you know, the surgery, you've been in the house, you haven't been out, you're not doing your workouts, you're, you know, so I was expecting it, but it's still not fun when you're in it. But
right.
Today is better. It was good for me to get out and come here.
Good. Pain-wise, where are you at pain?
I wouldn't call it pain. I think it's just, it's tight, you know, and you're like scared because, you know, I mean, I've called a couple times and been like, is it supposed to be doing this? And I know, but you get it in your head. Hey, it's anxiety.
Yeah.
You know?
So she's actually doing, from a pure physical standpoint, she's doing fantastic. From a mental standpoint, this is kind of, and I don't like hiding anything, so that's why we're going to throw this out there. This is exactly what patients go through. Some patients fly through it and they're like, hey, there's nothing. And then there's others that have more of that roller coaster ride. So I think that it's just, everybody brings with them who they are and what they are and all these experiences. So what's next for her? So we've drains are out. We've taken some of the sutures out, so she's smiling about that. Okay, and we're gonna see her in a couple more days. She's gonna get an Elixir today, and then we'll see her in a couple more days, and we'll take the balance of the sutures out, and then she is kind of on her journey. And that journey is gonna take a couple weeks as she kind of, you know, the swelling subsides and all that kind of stuff, and she can do as she pleases. When I say that daily life activities are good, okay. She's a crazy workout chick, okay, which is awesome. I mean, it's good for health. I'm not going to clear her to do everything. She'll be able to walk and she'll be able to get on a treadmill and do, you know, some things to get her body kind of going. But we're still going to be focusing on healing rather than her, you know, bulking up. So that's kind of the game plan for the next couple of days. You with the program? Okay, so, and I want to tell some people about this. So here is your prime example. We're on post-op day 8 today. So post-op day 7, she went back to work, okay? So she can say, yeah, it wasn't quite right, but hey, from a pure pain perspective and all these things, you are capable. Now I'm sure possibly if you had some meetings or whatever you need to do, you probably told people, hey, listen, I had a few things done, or whatever that picture looks like, but you are not disabled, okay? Every patient goes through this a little bit differently, okay? There's some patients who will say, hey, listen, I don't care the people around me. I'm gonna go just like this. And then there's some people that are like, I want to take 2 weeks off. So everybody's a little different. Yeah. But being post-op day 8, I want to ask you a question. So I know the answer to this question, okay? But I want for you to process this. Overall, okay, would you do this the same way?
I think doing it locally was, with the oral sedation was great. Yes, the surgery experience was great. So I probably would have prepared myself at home a little better, maybe,
How?
I would have had visual aids for me, do this, don't do that, that kind of stuff. Just mental thinking. You're not going to be your sharp self, which, the sharpest, it is these days.
The best one, my other patient, okay, the day after surgery, she comes in and, as at 45 degrees, take a photograph. And she's like, she's like, which 45? And then the day 2, she comes in for photograph. She goes, I'm more clear now. I can do 45 and 90.
Yeah. So, just things like, the food you need to eat and that kind of stuff. So I think it's nothing here would I change.
Good. Awesome. We'll probably see each other in a couple days. At that time, I think you're going to see a humongous kind of delta, in terms of swelling down and all that, but also in terms of the mental, how things are going. All right?
All right.
You're doing great. Just stick with it.
I'm sticking with it.